When starting off, it's a good idea to have some basic tools in your kit that are not necessarily dedicated to paranormal investigations. On your first outing, it is a good idea to have a digital audio recorder and a digital video recorder with either night vision or infrared capabilities. These devices alone can do a lot for you in the ways of paranormal investigation. And with a Zoom H1N at $120 and an IR-ready video camera as low as $60, you're still under a $200 budget. I'll offer links in the show notes for these economical audio-video investments. If you have a bigger budget and want to head into your first investigation with a legit ghost gadget, I recommend investing in devices that have a Swiss Army approach in their design. A great example of this would be a Melmeter. The Melmeter operates as an electromagnetic field or EMF reader, a thermometer, and a REM pod, all in one. You could pick up separately an EMF reader at $30, a thermometer gun also at $30, and a REM pod at $180, or pick up all three devices in one Melmeter for $200. You can also find different vendors online, again, links in the show notes, that will offer you a variety of starter kits for beginner investigators. Some of these kits priced under $100. While it is tempting to go all in and buy all kinds of super cool gadgets, Old Spirits recommends that you start with a tight budget. Pick only one ghost gadget outside of the camera and recorder because audio-video gear has to take priority. Otherwise, you'll walk away from your first investigation without any evidence to review. Look, both Phil and I are dads, so we're going to drop some dad wisdom on you right now. Give yourself 2 investigations, 3 if you want to be sure. You don't want to dump a truckload of cash on a lot of paranormal gear only to discover that this is not what you expected. Find out first if paranormal investigation is something you really want to pursue, and then be strategic in your next investments. I wanted to offer a review for an accessory every paranormal investigator should have within reach. This is the Romos Sense 8P Plus Power Bank. Phil Rossi introduced this gem to me during the Crescent investigation, and had I won just one of these power banks, I would have been able to stream the investigation in its entirety. That's how much power is on call with this particular Romos power bank. The Sense 8P Plus Power Bank, fully charged, carries 30,000 milliamps per hour. That's why it takes over 10 hours to fully charge. The time to fully charge the bank, though, is worth it. The recharging slots, micro USB, Lightning, and Type-C, provides simultaneous recharging for up to 3 devices. There's also enough in this power bank that your device will continue to recharge while you are using it, as Phil discovered at Crescent when his Phasm light recharged completely after 2 hours of continuous use. We have even used these power banks for our cameras, and episodes can take hours to shoot. Durable, reliable, and priced under $50 United States dollars, the Sense 8P Plus Power Bank really is a must-have for your paranormal go bag. I was so impressed with one of them that I picked up a second one. There are other models available, varying in price and power, but I can speak for the Sense 8P Plus, which has been a true friend since our 12-hour adventure in Pennsylvania. Particularly with a display that tells you exactly how much charge remains, you can be deep in the field, confident of how long your devices can continue to run. As you can conclude from this channel, Phil and I record hours on hours of audio and video. And if you have worked with digital media, you know how beefy audio and video files can get. This is why we use the 2 terabyte My Passport solid-state drives from Western Digital for all our storage needs. These compact drives fit in the palm of your hand and run quietly on account of their SSD design. This review is looking specifically at the 2 terabyte model, costing just under $125, but these drives are available in various sizes, prices, and yes, colors. Data transfer speeds have clocked at up to 1050 megabytes per second, with write speeds of up to 1000 megabytes per second. Their performance varying upon host device, user conditions, drive capacity, and other factors. Shock and vibration resistant up to 6.5 feet, but still handle with care. Using USB 3.2 Gen 2 and USB-C for connection and data transfer. So those are the tech specs you need to know. How do they perform? The portability of these drives are incredible, and with so few moving parts, I feel like packing them for travel is never an issue. I can access these clips on PC or a Mac without fail. The transfer speed on these drives is terrific, especially with the larger file sizes you're dealing with when it comes to long video segments. In fact, the transfer speeds are so quick, I found that I can edit directly off the drives without any lag or stutter in Premiere or Audition. One bit of warning. On my Mac, while I have noticed the performance with editing is better than my PC, the drives do tend to run hot. I've been cautious when it comes to this and take breaks in order to allow the drives to cool down. Outside of that, the My Passport solid-state drive has been a trustworthy keeper of data, and I would quickly recommend these little workhorses for anyone interested in video and audio projects.
And on this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite go-to digital recorder for any investigation, and that's the Evistar L157 digital recorder. When I started off investigating, I had an extremely limited budget. That's to say, no budget at all. And I knew that I wanted to pick up a digital recorder that I could take with me out into the field that I wasn't worried about damaging or losing. And at just under $35, the Evistar L157 with its 16 gigabytes of memory and long battery life fit the bill. So what do I like about this recorder? Well, the size for one thing. It's small. I can fit it in my pocket. I can easily hold it in my hand. It's perfect to take on official investigations, or if I'm at a tourist location, like a museum or a mansion, and I want to do some EVP sessions on the fly. In fact, I caught my very first EVP session with this digital recorder when we were touring Fort McHenry. The durability is another factor that I really like about the Evistar L157. It's solidly built. In fact, the case feels more durable than my H1, which is 3 times as expensive. I'm not afraid to keep it in my pocket or even drop it, which I'll have to admit has happened once or twice, and the recorder continues to work. What about sound quality? Clearly, this is one of the most important factors when choosing a digital recorder. The Evistar's audio quality is nothing short of impressive. The sound floor, i.e. the background noise generated by the recorder itself, is extremely low. The onboard mic captures crisp audio and is sensitive enough to pick up even the faintest EVPs. And unlike other digital recorders, I can hold the Evistar in my hand without generating any unwanted noise that you get from handling most other digital recorders. So whether you're heading out on your first investigation or your 101st investigation, the Evistar L157 gets my vote for a must-buy for its value at a low price. Thanks for watching.
If you are looking for a lighting solution for your video or photography needs, or need some illumination on site, take a look at the Ulanzi VL120 RGB light, priced at $35 on Amazon.com. It's a portable light box that offers you nothing but possibilities. The Ulanzi light is an array of LED lights, so make sure when you are first turning it on by holding down the power button to have the lights pointing away from you. The unit is small but powerful. Pressing the power button, not press and hold, but simply pressing the power button, changes the modes built into the Ulanzi: CCT, RGB, Scene, and HSI. The bottom wheel controls brightness in all these modes. In RGB mode, the hue is measured in degrees, running from 0 to 360. Hold the top wheel up or down to gradually move through the color scale to find a specific shade you want. Sebastian here was worried about whether or not you have to know where yellow, green, or purple are on this scale. You don't. It's already on the light as a guide. Battery life lasts between 2 to 3 hours, which should offer you plenty of time to take advantage of what these lights can offer. If you're in need of high intensity from your lights but want to soften their impact on your subject, Ulanzi includes with your light a silicone diffuser, affording cuts for external battery sources, tripod connections, and access to controls. With the right application and a bit of imagination, you can create moments on your investigations like this. As you can probably tell, I'm a fan of Tina's work, and I'm not saying that because she's my best friend's wife. Watching her create with these Alonzi lights has been nothing less than inspiring, and I can't wait to see what she comes up with next. On a more practical level, these units provide ample illumination on investigations, something that's important, especially if you're live streaming, as we tend to do. Allow me to introduce you to the Spike, offering 3 different ways you can remotely cover a location from multiple points. This detection device from Ghost Stop comes in 3 different models: EMF, temperature, and audio. These palm-sized compact sensors alert you with lights and sound when EMF spikes happen, if temperature changes occur, or if sound is detected during paranormal investigations. For this review, I'll be focusing on the EMF version of the Spike. A ring on the right side will gradually illuminate from dim to bright in correlation to strength. On reaching a certain point, the colored scale will register on the left. The scale correlates with the usual color scale seen in other EMF devices. What I really like about the Spikes, and I've used 2 flavors in the field, is that they're simple to use, easy to see in the dark even from a distance, and they're durable. The battery life for me lasted beyond the 5-hour mark, something that makes an impact in paranormal investigation. Perhaps the strongest feature available in all Spike models is the sensitivity control. For EMF spikes, I can turn down the sensors if there is interference caused by metallic surfaces or electronic devices in use, or increase sensitivity if I'm in a remote area, like a battlefield or abandoned property. That function has proven itself quite valuable. But are there downsides to the Spikes? Priced at just $100 per device, the Spike may seem costly, especially as you may want to purchase multiple Spikes to cover additional locations on an investigation. Also, if you want to catch the results from these devices, you either have to be inside of it or have a dedicated camera on it. If you can spare a camera, great, but this can be difficult to manage if you're on a tight budget. I've been happy with my investment into the EMF Spikes, seeing as my temperature and audio needs are all taken care of. Now, if you decide if you want to invest in a Spike or Spikes, make sure to use the OSI Ghost Stop affiliate link located in the description below. Click there and start shopping. And thanks for watching. We hope this review helps you out. From all of us here at OSI, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the field.